Hi, this is Miss Cindy.
And today we're going to do another foil pour. I will link, the first time I did a foil pour, I was shocked. I had never done it before and it came out so good. And not only did I, first time doing it, but it was also the first time that I was using mixed acrylic pouring paint. I've always mixed my own. Anyway, it came out so good that I did a second one, so it's a set, and I got those hanging up. I will go ahead and link that video in this one. So now the challenge is I've always seen the foil pours on the whole canvas. Naturally, I'm taking it somewhere else. I want to see if I can just get that foil pour in the center of a canvas, and then I'm going to do something on the outside, and the something is not going to be just painting it. I'm going to do something stupid, something crazy, probably something harder than the pour, but the purpose of this video is to see if I can get a pour in the middle of a canvas as opposed to the whole canvas. So I will need the foil, acrylic paint. I'm going to need a ruler, a magic marker, and a pair of scissors. And then that's about it. So let me get myself set up, and then we'll go ahead and do the pour. Okay, so the first thing I did was I traced my canvas on some brown paper. I have a roll of brown paper. And that's going to try to help me guide getting the paint right in the center of the canvas. I learned when you do this, it's okay to crumble it, but not too tight. Okay, and then you have to flatten it out again. If you do it too tight, you may rip it. Ah, I had a piece of, okay, never mind. I'll do it this way. Okay, so just for this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and fold it here. Okay, and then on this side, again, I'm going by my guide that I already put down. And I'm folding it not to the line, just a little bit out, a little bit over that line. I'm going to do the same on this side. My bottom is real close, so I'm not going to touch the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off, and then I'm going to tape this to this brown paper, and that's where I'm going to put my paint for the pour. I really don't want any paint to get on this canvas, on the background. If it does, you just got to deal with it because I'm going to put something over it. But I really don't want any paint to get on the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some gesso, and I'm just going to gesso this part here. And I'm only going to do that to give me an extra seal. And then right before I do the pour, I'm going to take some white acrylic paint and just paint the inside. I guess you can, or you can, or you don't have to do it. It doesn't matter. It has no Flotro and it's just white acrylic paint. But I did that the first time and it came out good. The only thing I didn't do the first time was the gesso. But that's because I was doing a whole canvas. There was no need to block anything off. This one here, I really don't want it to run under the side. When I've had pours run under outside and something came out beautiful, I end up doing like a pull chain to get that emphasis, and that's not going to work for here. So when I come back, I should actually have my paints mixed and be ready to pour. Right now, I'm just going to take a brush and gesso right here, and I'm going to cut this triangle, and I'm going to practice where I'm going to lay it so I can get it right the first time. I'll be back. Okay, I'm about ready to start this pour. I have all my colors here. I'm using all metallic except for the black and white. I may throw a little bit of black and white in there at the end. So right now, all I'm going to do is a thin coat of white across the pyramid. This is not a canvas project I'm too worried about because it's not the whole canvas. If I like the pour, then fine. If I don't like the pour, I'm going to immediately wipe it off and then just do it again. So I'm not too worried if it doesn't go right the first time. Okay. All right, so my white is on there. And all we're going to do is just load up the aluminum foil with all different colors. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. I did want this in like earth tone colors, so that's pretty much what I'm using. And you really don't know how much to put on here. You just put it on. I didn't know how much to put on there the first time. Just load it up. And I'm going to do the same thing now. Just load it up. I don't know how they're going to blend. I'm not too worried about going all the way over to the end of the aluminum foil because once you press down, it will go over there. Okay, and then I'm just going to put just a touch of white in here. I don't want it too dark. And also just a touch of black. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to turn my canvas over. I'm going to line it up to where my paper is. And now all I'm going to do is gently rub the bottom of it. Actually, this is always a surprise because you don't know what you're going to get. Okay. And that's what I got. And I like it. Those are the colors. Oh, I do like it. So this has got to dry really good before I take the tape off and do my background. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to do for the background. I'm going to make that a surprise. And I can work on that while this is actually drying. But I do like this. At least I got all of the colors that I wanted. I like it. I like it. Okay, I'll be back. Well, my pyramid dried and all of that taping did work. So this is what it looks like. So yes, you can do that foil pull anywhere on a canvas. It doesn't have to be the whole canvas. So now all I have to do is I got to work on the background. I'm just going to do something crazy and wild and colorful. I have an idea, but that's going to take a while to do. So that's what I'm going to do next. And when I come back, it should be totally finished. Okay, I'm finished with this foil pyramid pour. And I found out that you don't have to do a whole canvas when you do the foil pour. You can tape it off and just do it in a section. I chose to do it in the middle. However, I didn't want my background to just be painted with acrylic paint. So I have all these popsicle sticks, and I have been working with the popsicle sticks. So I decided to make that my background. But as opposed to actually gluing it on the canvas, because I did not want to take the chance of messing up the actual pour, I went ahead and sort of built my background separately. And I did it on parchment paper because the glue doesn't stick. So I cut those, glued those together, painted them, and then I had like a big mat that I went ahead and laid on the canvas and glued it down. And here's a still picture of that. Okay, so here is the end result. Where I glued the matting over. I did resin this, but I didn't do a pour resin. I actually used a brush to resin it on, only because I had all of these lines, and some a little higher than the other. And then I finished this off because I had some rough edges from, especially down bottom, from where I cut the popsicle sticks, even though I sanded them down. This is always a nice go-to to just add a little something to a picture, is go ahead and rope it off with rope. Anyway, that's it for this project. I will be back. Please subscribe. Have a great day and talk soon.